Bumisita si Pangulong Duterte sa mga sugatang sundalo mula sa bakbakan sa Marawi. Sinaluduhan ni Duterte at pinarangalan ang bawat sugatang sundalo sa Adventist Medical Center sa Iligan City. Bukod sa financial assistance, may dagdag pang regalo ang Pangulo sa mga sundalo. Ang isa sa mga sundalo na si Corporal Joel Albeza na tinamaan ng granada sa iba't ibang bahagi ng muka at katawan, hindi raw maipaliwanag ang tuwa ng makaharap ang Pangulo. Bukod sa mga sugatan, bumisita rin si Pangulong Duterte sa punerarya kung saan nakaburol ang mga nasawi sa bakbakan sa Marawi. Kabilang dyan si Sergeant Marlon Baldovino, Private First Class Elmer Bueno at ang sibilyan na si Alan Descallar. Nagbigay rin ang Pangulo ng tulong sa mga namatayan.
Hindi namin nakita.
Hindi dalungan nila.
Hindi mo magsipo ka. Hello! Nandun siya! Hello!
Assalamualaikum!
Nandito ba? Pinsan ko man.
Board member ng Lanaw dito. Kamay. MRRD Pinampi. Kamay. Thank you. Thank you. Kamay lang.
Ay, ma'am.
I will not allow oppression against the Modo.
Mahal namin ang president.
Okay.
Mahal namin kayo po, Mr. President.
Thank you.
And contain the firefight between combatants, that would be the best solution. But I am here to say to you, fight, and I will pray for you, and I will answer for everything. Huwag na kayong mag-alaala. During martial law, your commanders, you can arrest any person, search any house, wala nang warrant. Kagaya noon, aso lang. It could be signed by Jalanyo. He's supposed to retire next week, pero I have extended his tour of duty to 6 months. Sino yung papalit kanya, another 6 months, then we shall try to correct it maybe 4 years after. Para hindi rin ma-deprive yung masunod, hindi kakainin yung kanya. What I do not change horses midstream. So as is lang muna tayo. Let us concentrate on this problem, solve it, and try to correct the organizational aberration in due time. In the meantime, fight for the country. Ako, kung maaari lang, kung pwede lang rin ako makisali sa inyo, sasali ako. Kaya lang, ang 1 kilometro sa akin, wala na. Limang araw na walang tsuk-tsak yan kasi wala na, inupir. Naglabasan ang luma, pati arthritis. Kung nabata lang ako ng presidente, sasali ako sa inyo. Yung gusto ko yung baril-barilan. But it's late in the day. I'm a leader. I'm supposed to show the way. Pero kung saan ninyo ako gusto, ipatawag ninyo, tawagan mo yan si Mayor, papuntahin mo dito. Pupunta ako. Huwag kayo mag-alala. Sasamahan ko kayo. I will, if you go down, I go down. But for this Marcelo, and the consequences of Marcelo, and the ramifications of Marcelo, I, and I alone, would be responsible. Trabaho lang kayo. Wala. Ako na ang magpakulong sa inyo. Pag nagka-rape ka ng 3, aminin ko na akin yun. Pag nag-asawa ka ng pang-4, at ang bugbugin na ng ito si Filipino. Naabutan, when I was mayor many years ago sa Davao, si Secretary Lorenzana was, he brought in the second ranger sa Davao. Yan sa kampo na. So we became friends. So was his successor, si Colonel Ariola, but he was killed by the NPAs in Laguna. They say, I don't know, but palagay ko siya, ganun na nangyari. Lahat ng dumaan sa Davao, kilala ko. And they're all good men. Really, was my PSG. It was the group. Kaya nga, sabi ko sa kanya, go into the service para may ano kayo. Wala kayong silbi ng ano. Kasi ako, kung akong sundalo, ayaw ko magpasahin ng opisina. Mamatay ko lang dyan. So, that is how it is. In a war, but there is always a time for everything. A time to be rich, a time to have plenty of money, a time of want, a time for birthdays, and a time of gaiety, a time for sorrow. A time to be enemies, but there is always a time to be friends. Ganon ang buhay. A time to be born, and a time to die. Ganon lang ang istorya talaga sa buhay. If you have the Bible in your hands, read Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiastes 3. Yan lang ang page na binabasa ko sa Biblia. You know why? Kung may problema ka sa mundong ito, baski basahin mo. Sabihin sa Biblia, lahat dito may panahon. Kung umiiyak ka ngayon, sabihin sa'yo, panahon mong umiyak ka. Ba't ay may panahon ka rin, natatawa ka. And a panahon to be young, and a time to be old. A time to be strong. At kaya ko ngayon, maraming rheuma, arthritis. Gusto ko mang sumali sa inyo ng labanan hanggang pasakay-sakay na lang. So there is a time for everything. This is a time for victory. We will not lose it. How can we lose it? We have everything. Wala kayong problema. I will take care of you. Masugatan ka, magarasan yung paa mo. You have a hospital na modernized na. I bought all the equipments. I built you a new building. Yung luma ninyo dyan sa medical center, sabi ko, do not use that. You rehabilitate. I'll build you a better one. So, wala kayong dapat talagaan. And you can use, I do not use my presidential plane. Binigay ko na yan sa armed forces, pati sa police, for your use. And if there is any emergency that you should be brought to Manila for medical attention, gamitin ninyo. Inyo na yan. Ako mag-commercial. Minsan ako makahingi ng maliliit na, but papalit-palit ako. Yung lahat ng eroplano sa gobyerno is at your disposal. Gusto ninyo kargahan ng tao for the wounded to be transported. And you have the best medical equipments available. Binili ko na. Andun. So walang raso na matalo tayo dito. Talagang panalo tayo. Panahon sa panalo to eh. And we will overcome and we will win. Right? Yes, sir! Sige. Ingat lang.
Iligan City, President Rodrigo Duterte there in the Army's 2nd Mechanized Infantry Brigade. Iligan is where thousands of Marawi residents are seeking refuge after clashes between Maute militants and government forces broke out last Tuesday. The president calls ISIS and local terrorists a formidable enemy, and he describes the problem as a festering wound and explains why he was forced to declare martial law in Mindanao. The president also says ISIS is already here, and his order to troops: kill those who don't lay down arms. The president assured his full support to our troops in their efforts to flush out the terrorists. Earlier today, the military has confirmed, or the AFP has confirmed, that foreign terrorists were among those killed in the ongoing siege in Marawi City. Armed Forces spokesperson Restituto Padilla said at least 31 militants have been killed so far, and about 6 of those who were killed were Malaysians and Indonesians. Padilla said in a press briefing today there are certain foreign elements aiding the Maute terrorists in skills related to terrorism, primarily bomb making. Solicitor General Jose Calida also said that jihadists or foreign jihadists were among those fighting the Philippine Army in Mindanao, and he said local terrorists or the Maute group and the Islamic State wanted to create an ISIS province in Mindanao. The president said martial law would mean checkpoints and arrests and searches without warrant, and it would go on for as long as necessary. He cut short his trip to Russia because of the violence in Marawi City, and he said upon his return he would consider some security measures in the Visayas to facilitate arrests, and he could even declare martial law nationwide, which of course set off some critics who voiced their concerns about a possible expanded coverage of martial law. Just an update on the military operations against local terrorists in Marawi City. On Thursday, the government deployed attack helicopters and special forces to drive out the gunmen from Marawi City, but the AFP assures the locals the military is only conducting surgical airstrikes to avoid civilian deaths and damage to property. AFP spokesperson Restituto Padilla also said efforts to rescue stranded residents continue. Thousands of civilians have fled the fighting in Marawi as government troops pursue Maute militants who took over large parts of the city on Tuesday. Soldiers and police forces have set up checkpoints in and out of Marawi as civilians fled in droves, and local officials now describe Marawi